Can you spy on me now? Verizon confirms to Congress it has handed over customers' phone records to the FBI and other federal agencies 720 times since 2005. No warrants, no notification. Verizon just rolled over. And the government wanted the caller's name, the names of everybody they called, and the names of everybody those people called. Good evening. Overlooked in George Carlin's famed bit about the 7 words you can't say on television and the Supreme Court decision based on them is the fact that his monologue began with an anecdote from the wiretapping days of FBI founder J. Edgar Hoover. A guy who used to be in Washington, Carlin said, knew that his phone was tapped, used to answer, blank Hoover. Yes, go ahead. Our 5th story on the countdown. It may be time to try that again. Please select your own updated proper name. The telecom giant Verizon revealing today that since the start of 2005, it has, on 720 separate occasions, turned over its customers' phone records to federal agents who had neither a court order nor a warrant. And Verizon may be the good guys in this latest nightmare. The president's entire justification for warrantless spying, that it is a vital asset in the post-9/11 fight against terrorism. Turns out we must have an inordinate number of potential terrorists in our midst. Verizon, the nation's second biggest telecom company, revealing it turned over information to federal authorities a total of 94,000 times since January 2005. On an emergency basis, meaning without court orders, the total is 720. The government wanting not just the telephone numbers and names of the callers, but also all relevant information pertaining to everybody they called and everybody each one of those everybody's called as well. And she told 2 friends, and she told 2 friends, and so on and so on. Verizon not providing that information, not because it refused to do so on principle, because, quote, it does not maintain such so-called calling circle records. Verizon spilling the beans in a letter to the House Energy and Commerce Committee, part of the Democrats' effort to learn all they can about the full nature of telecom compliance with the government before considering whether to grant blanket immunity. Of course, that means the Democrats are actually considering doing that. Lawmakers learning far less from AT&T and Qwest in their replies to the Energy and Commerce Committee, all 3 carriers citing White House objections concerning national security in their respective letters. The Bush administration currently suing the telecom giants in order to keep them quiet. And who should we see about granting them immunity from that? Over at the Judiciary Committee, Chairman John Conyers trying to learn more in the wake of this week's other warrantless surveillance bombshell. Allegations that the administration's program appears to have started 6 months before the 9/11 attacks. Congressman Conyers writing a letter to Director of National Intelligence Mike McConnell requesting an immediate briefing on the facts of the program, as well as documents relating to the pre-9/11 activities and legal basis for conducting them.